Hello there, I'm the Gallius. A little bit more somber right now because it's a somber topic, man. And I want to talk about it because I feel like we do need to talk about these things. We need to keep them in circulation. But I have heard about these layoffs that are happening, which is a shame. I just reported on good news, like we're going to finally start to get some Halo information and Helldivers and all of these games coming over to the consoles. It's so cool. But I have heard about these layoffs, which sucks, man. It really sucks. What is it, a few thousand now because they're restructuring? I just in a video talked about how they're going to restructure it to this network service model, and then I didn't think about the fact that all of this restructuring is hell for people. It's horrible, and I guess it felt a little bit tone deaf that I was celebrating the fact that all of these games are going to go from Sony to Xbox and Xbox to Sony and even Switch. I got really excited about that, and then I hit stop and I thought, man, that's tone deaf. That's really not a cool thing, but it is. It sucks. It always does, and there's no excuse for it. I'm sorry. There's no excuse for it. And the reason I say there's no excuse for it, and I try to be as methodical and thoughtful, and I don't like to think of things on the surface level. I think that's a very old boomer conservative viewpoint to take, and I don't take that. I like to think about things and consider, every facet of everything. But in this scenario, I'm sorry, it's just not fucking good enough. It's just fucking not good enough. When executives are being paid as much as they are, when studio heads and fucking Phil Spencer and whoever is in charge of fucking PlayStation are being paid these astronomical amounts of money, and yet the people who are making the goddamn fucking money for you are being laid off, are being, finding out that they can't feed their kids, and your salary remains the same, doesn't move an inch. In fact, it goes up a little bit because you're being congratulated and circle jerked because you made the company a bit more money. But hey, guess what? You didn't make the company a bit more money. You took a punt and you got lucky. And this is the way that all of this shit works, by the way. And we know that this is in the realm of gaming because 2013 happened. 2013, where they announced the Xbox One for the first time, and hey, it killed the brand, or essentially killed the brand, because they took a punt at something and it didn't work out. It didn't work out. And then subsequently, they took a punt at another thing, which was allowing games to go on the Xbox One and the Series X and Series S. And guess what? That didn't work out for them either. The only thing that has worked is Game Pass. So they have been failing upwards constantly. And we see it all the goddamn time. I'm getting so sick of this. I'm getting so sick of people being told that they don't have a job, the following day. Because, you see, we need to, because we're restructuring. Restructuring, are you? They're restructuring. We're restructuring in a way that affects the salary of the people making millions, who still have way more than they need to live, by the way. So much more than they need to live. They're living... They could not live within their means. Their house is already paid for. Their car's already paid for. Numerous cars already paid for. Don't worry about it, dude. Don't worry about it. They don't need it. They don't need it. The people who need it are the people who made you the goddamn money in the first place. And it drives me... it just drives me insane. And this is not just an issue with gaming, by the way. This is an issue with everything. And I want people to really, wake up. And I know that this term has been bastardized by both political spectrums, but just fucking wake up for 5 minutes, right? And don't just look at this as a gaming thing. It's not just a gamer thing. It's everywhere. I want you to take this anger that you have for the situation, and this is the weird thing about, gamers and gaming channels and gaming media and stuff like that. It's we attach everything to gaming, and that becomes a completely separate entity, and we're annoyed for valid reasons, but we don't apply that to anything else. So we get annoyed at, I'm not the first person to say that these executives should not be making as much as they are while layoffs are happening. Everyone's saying it, and yet in the rest of the world, it's it's good with me. No, it's not good. It's not good. No, this system doesn't work. And we know it doesn't work because no one can afford anything. Well, I'm sorry. 95% of each country's population can't afford anything. Can barely afford to live. But then there's 5% who have everything. Every goddamn thing. And then some. And just retain wealth. And that's what... Let me put this in a language that you will understand. That's what these gaming execs are doing. So take that passion and anger that you have for bottom line game devs and apply it to everything, please. Not to diminish what these game developers are going through. It's a horrible thing. It's a horrible thing to happen. And I will say that in gaming, it seems to happen more than anywhere else, this layoff culture. Almost to the point where, like, I think a lot of people just don't want to go into game development. That they have a passion for it. They love video games. But hell no, I'm not getting into game development. I want to be able to put food on my table tomorrow, you know? Or they'll go into game development specifically with the goal of, like, working their way up to a position where they're not going to get laid off. Maybe it's that. But yeah, it's important to remember this. Remember how you felt during this time, all the time. Something needs to be done about this culture of layoffs and of allowing, you know, people who fail upwards and have like a certain thing on their CV, a certain certificate on their CV that says you should really be paying me what you're paying other people, but with like 3 zeros on the end. That culture needs to go. It needs to go. And of course, I support unionizing. Absolutely do it. Needs to be done. But this is just, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to everyone affected by these goddamn layoffs. Fuck your restructuring, dude. Oh, I didn't mention it, but I think it was Microsoft. It's Microsoft who are doing this. Fuck your fucking restructuring. Fuck you.
The PlayStation's only $149, and you can also get leading titles.